what if we take this knife right here? This is a little EDC sliver, and I just have a 120 grit ceramic belt finish on here. This is Nitro V stainless steel, very thin grind. We're gonna glue the G10 to it, let that set up. We'll profile it, get everything done up, shape it as if it were a finished blade, and then we're gonna take it and put it all together into the blast cabinet and into the tumbler. Tape up this blade, just so that while we're prepping our handle scales, we won't be adding any unnecessary scratches.
One thing I really enjoy about knife making is the limitless possibilities of ways you can finish a knife, dress it up, colors, pin material, you name it. You know, I don't know if you could, you can't get through it all. There's just so much to do. Some finishes require a lot of work and they yield impressive, like eye-catching results. But what I want to try here is something that's just practical. I want a grip on this blade. But the general shape of this handle, it doesn't lend itself to being very good in the hand. I mean, it's comfortable, but there's no features on it that keep that knife located in your hand. So what I'm going to try doing is taking G10, and this is 1/4 inch thick, just standard blue G10. We're going to glue it onto the blade, and then I'm going to sandblast everything in the bead blaster. And I've done this before, and it yields a very coarse finish on both the blade as well as the handles. But one thing I've never done is put it into my vibratory tumbler with ceramic media after the sandblasting process. So that's what I'm going to try with this blade. I'm just kind of curious how it's going to turn out. One nice thing with G10 is it is a very robust material. It's not overly expensive, but it's, like I say, utility-wise, I just think it's fantastic to work with. It is nasty to grind. That dust gets everywhere, so you definitely want to look after yourself when you're working with it. And she's all glued up.
All right. Let this thing dry overnight. Now we'll profile it up, shape the handle, make it comfy, and we'll try the sandblasting thing. One thing I do wonder about is that this tip is so thin, I hope it doesn't get damaged in the tumbler. We'll see.
So the first thing I do is just clean up the sides, get them flat, and then I can profile the handle to the tang of the knife. Again, you can just see examples of this dust of the G10 everywhere. And then to put the basic shape onto the handle, I'm just using my rotary platen, and we're not doing anything fancy here at all. I'm not marking out lines. I'm essentially just putting a nice curvature on either side of this knife handle. I took it off 120 grit, and I'm just going over it with this. It's a 3M flexible sandpaper. This is 150 grit. And again, if I'm going to be sandblasting this thing, I do not have to get carried away, you know, going through different finishes and stuff. So just kind of blend in my grind lines a little bit, throw it into the blast cabinet, and let's see how this goes. Now, one thing I did is I actually put a layer of masking tape over the handle for the first pass on the blade. I just wanted to make sure that I was concentrating on getting a really good blast onto the blade without having to worry about the handle. Obviously, the G10, it disappears quite quickly in the sandblast cabinet, and this is something you need to pay attention to. I noticed if I was uneven with my passes, it would actually affect the grain of the G10, the lines that you see. So just paying attention here to get it all lined up how I want. I think this should be cool. And here it is out of the sandblast cabinet. Really happy with it. It's got a nice grip to it. The one thing I'm a little nervous about with this whole knife is this tip. I'm worried that it might break off in the vibratory tumbler, but there's only one way to find out. Let's see what happens. "30 minutes later."
Oh boy, it's wedged.
Now, when I went to retrieve this knife from the tumbler, it had actually wedged itself in there because this thing is a little bit too long for my tumbler. Thankfully, the tip did not break, which was what I was very concerned about. And overall, I'm really happy with the finish. You can see that really nice texturing in there. Also gave a nice finish on the blade itself, almost like an acid stone wash, but without the acid. And it's very sure feeling. It feels secure. can even hear that. That's my skin gripping it. So once we did that, I sharpened this blade up. Did not take a lot because this was ground to probably about 3 or 4 thousandths of an inch. It was really fine on the edge. As well, this knife here in particular, it's not a hard use knife. With this tip being so small, so thin, I mean, if you were to stab this into a piece of wood and then, I mean, it's not designed for that. This is designed, I don't know what it's designed for. Whatever, whoever buys it wants to use it for, but very precise. It feels wieldy. You know, I have a gentleman that has a couple of these from me, and he says they're like his favorite kitchen utility knife, little paring knife or something. And I could see that. You know, that'd be handy for processing stuff. I also etched my maker's mark on it, and then I also put the steel type on the spine, Nitro V, and then we made a sheath. Now this sheath was a little bit technical in that I wanted this belt clip to line up with the blade. And in order to make that happen, I had to put this standoff, but then where these fasteners were going, they were running into where this standoff comes up. So I ended up machining some little recesses in there so that these fasteners could sit down. And overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. Nice and secure. And again, with this knife, with the shape of this knife, often you use different finger choils or, you know, difference in thickness here in combination with your Kydex for retention. But because of the fact that I don't have that, this grip is definitely helpful. I think if this had a smooth finish on it, it would be in a much different situation, but it's got a decent grip. I mean, it's not coming out like that, but it's not like clicked in like I like. It's like this little blade here, and it really clicks in there. I'm pretty excited that this turned out. Like I say, it's a very comfortable grip. You can feel it, but it's much more refined than just sandblasting, and it's not nearly as aggressive as, say, like those peel and stick G10, if you've ever had experience with that. And the nice thing with this too is that you can shape this however you want and then add your texturing. I like those peel and stick G10s, but one of the problem is anywhere you're going to shape it, you're going to lose the texture. So this just gives you a nice option to add some great utilitarian grip to a knife. Anyways, thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.